Johnny. Away, boys, away. And they said I hanged for money. So hang, boys, hang. They said I hanged me brother.
Try it.
Away, boys, away. And they said I hanged me mother. So hang, boys, hang. We'll hang for better weather. Away, boys, away. And we'll damn well hang together. So hang, boys, hang. Essequibo River is a queen river, so Buddy Tananawi is somebody, oh. Essequibo River is a queen river, so Buddy Tananawi is somebody, oh. Somebody, oh, Johnny, somebody, oh. Buddy Tananawi is somebody, oh. Essequibo's bosun is a king of bosun, so Buddy Tananawi is somebody, oh. Essequibo's bosun is a king of bosun, so Buddy Tananawi is somebody, oh. Somebody, oh, Johnny, somebody, oh. Buddy Tananawi is somebody, oh. Essequibo's captain is a king of captains, so Buddy Tananawi is somebody, oh. Essequibo's captain is a king of captains, so Buddy Tananawi is somebody, oh. Somebody, oh, Johnny, somebody, oh. Buddy Tananawi is somebody, oh. All the way the bowling Kitty lives in Liverpool. All the way the bowling, ho. All the way the bowling, so early in the morning. All the way the bowling, ho. All the way the bowling, the Portugal and bowling. All the way the bowling, ho. All the way the bowling, the bonny bowling. All the way the bowling, ho. All the way the bowling, the bowling. All the way the bowling, ho. All the way the bowling, the bonny bowling. All the way the bowling, oh.
And that's the McCallums there, making way for the folk scene's most highly respected singer-songwriter. Listen closely to Jake Thackeray.
Oh, Sister Josephine, what do all these policemen mean by coming to the convent in a grim limousine? After Sister Josephine, while you, Sister Josephine, you sit with your boots up on the altar screen, you smoke one last cigar. What a funny nun you are. The policemen say that Josephine's a burglar in disguise. Big bad Desmond, 15 years on the run. The sisters disbelieve it. No, that can't be Josephine. Just think about her tenderness towards the younger nuns. Oh, Sister Josephine, they're searching the chapel where you've been seen, the nooks and the crannies of the nuns' canteen. After Sister Josephine, while you, Sister Josephine, you sip one farewell Benedictine before your au revoir. A right funny nun you are. Admittedly, her hands are big and hairy and embellished with a curious tattoo. Admittedly, her voice is on the deep side and she seems to shave more often than the other sisters do. Oh, founder of the convent pontoon team, they're looking through those bundles of your funny magazines. After Sister Josephine, while you, Sister Josephine, you give a goodbye whiff of Benzedrine to the convent budgerigard. A bloody funny nun you were. No longer will her snores ring through the chapel during prayers, nor her lustful moaning fill the stilly night. No more empty bottles of altar wine come clunking from her cell. No longer will the cloister toilet seat stand upright. Oh, Sister Josephine, slipping through their fingers like Vaseline, leaving them to clutch your empty crinoline. After Sister Josephine, while you, Sister Joe, sprinting through the suburbs when last seen dressed only in your wimple and your rosary. A right funny nun you seem to be. Cambridge is another song that I simply like. It's a song with a story to it. It happens to be a true story. I won't go into the details. It's something that happened to a youth, to the local rough stuff, to the local hooligan in the village where I was brought up. His name was Arthur Wilkinson, and this did happen to him. It's a story that a lot of my friends and family know about, and it's a story that's very dear to me. And it's not a funny story. It's not got one of these stories with a punchy bit at the end, and it's not a moralizing story or a whimsical or a sentimentalizing story. It's just a story. And I've tarted it up a bit. See what you think. She kissed me like a child, fresh and peckish like a child. She was wild as little strawberries, but though she kissed me as a child would do, she clung on a little longer than she needed to. I did it for a dare, go and kiss her for a dare. In the middle of the village square, she was as 17ish as the month of May, and her daddy was a butcher in a pie and pudding's way. But then this little skirmish of a kiss was importunately witnessed by the twitching whiskers and the bulging eyes of a couple of the local ladies who were passing by, passing by, passing by. Couple of the local ladies who were passing by. It was misunderstood, this pretty kiss misunderstood by the squinting sisterhood, and thus the whisper went from pinafore to pinafore, every tut more grievous than the well-line ever before. Until her daddy heard, her demented daddy heard every grisly whispered word, and stepping fresh from the slaughterhouse, the crimson butcher ran, the steam around his shoulders, still a cleaver still in his hand. Well, you may buy my pies, he cries, my puddings, buy my pies. Get your whipper-snapping eyes from off the juicy beauty of my daughter, who is a tidbit far too tasty for the lips of the likes of you, likes of you, likes of you. Far too tasty for the lips of the layback likes of you. He swung his cleaver high, swung his whistling cleaver high, and his cry was agonizing. I shall follow King Solomon's decision, inasmuch as I'm out to split you down the middle, easy, collarbone to crotch. With a single bound, his daughter with a springy bound flung her arms and legs around me, singing, split all you wish to, daddy, let the cleaver fall, and you shall split me likewise, precious tidbits and all. I am my own to give, nobody else but mine to give. Perhaps I'll give it to this whippersnapper, backbone to belly button, tongue tip to toe, from nipples up above to bushy triangle below, down below, down below. My tangled diamond down below. Which came as news to me, both to the butcher man and me. But who was I to disagree? What with my nose in her breastbone, her haunches in my hand, and a chopper in the offing, there was a lot to understand. The cleaver never, never fell, the jealous cleaver never fell. And although my eyes were elsewhere, by a pressing little message of her elbows and thighs, she let me know her daddy'd gone there, tears in his eyes. She kissed me like a child, fresh and peckish like a child. She was wild as little strawberries, but though she kissed me as a child would do, she clung on a little longer than she needed to, needed to, needed to. On a little longer than she needed to do. It was a grand upstanding bantam cock, so brisk and stiff and spry, with springy step and a jaunty plume and a purposeful look in his eye. In his little black blinking eye he had. I took him to the coop and introduced him to my 17 wide-eyed hens. He tupped and he tupped as a hero tups, and he bowed from the waist to them all, and then he upped and he tupped them all again, he did. And then upon the piece of me ducks and me geese he rudely did intrude. With glazed eyes and open mouths they bore it all with fortitude, and a little bit of gratitude they did. He jumped my giggling guinea fowl and thrust his attentions upon my 20 hysterical turkeys and swan. But the bantam thundered on he did. He ravished my fantail pigeons, my lily-white columbines, and while I was locking up the budgerigar, he jumped my parrot from behind. She was sitting on my shoulder at the time. But then of a sudden, with a gasp and a gulp, he clapped his hands to his head, fell flat on his back with his toes in the air. My bantam cock lay dead, and the vultures circled overhead they did. What a noble brute, what a champion cock, what a way to live and to die. I was digging in my grave to save his bones from the hungry buzzards in the sky, when the bantam opened up a sly little eye. He gave me a grin and a terrible wink, the way that rapists do. He said, "You see them big daft buggers up there? They'll be down in a minute or two. They'll be down in a minute or two." She was a widow in Bridlington, she was the widow of Brid, small and bonny at 42, with eyes of very unsettling blue, and what she thought she ought to do, she did. Whatever she thought she ought to do, she did the widow of Brid. My only darling's dead, he is, and all my children grown. The house has emptied, all the lovebirds flown. In place of widow's weeds, I'll let my coal black hair grow long, as glossy as a blackbird's wing, as cocky as his song. She found that she could please herself, she could the widow of Brid. Swim in the sea when she felt hot, stay in bed when she did not, and she began to laugh a lot. She did. To sing and dance and laugh a lot. She did the widow of Brid. And sometimes she would drop the shopping, leave the bed unmade, and sit till evening on the esplanade. She'd sometimes go to church and call on Jesus by his name. She fed as any blackbird would. Whenever hunger came, she learned to play the violin. She did the widow of Brid. Saturday night in a drinking shop, she jumped upon the countertop and fiddled till the dancers dropped. She did. Stomping upon the copper top, she did the widow of Brid. And she was fond of fishing boats and all the beardy crew, and partial to a salty kiss or two. And some of them would gruffly whisper, "Marry me and stay." But blackbirds do their singing from a different bush each day. She had a massive motorbike, she had the widow of Brid. And so she could when so she wished ride back home early morning-ish with her hair in the air and smelling of fish. She did, she did, she did. And every time of a different fish, she did. And though she did no harm, the neighbours sniffed as neighbours do. And day by day a cankerous rancor grew. Many a pair of front room curtains twitched and shook with rage, for she was wild as blackbirds are, and they were in a cage. They came and broke her window panes, they did the widow of bread, spat upon her cycle shed, dragged her out of a Sunday bed and cropped her hair and shaved her head. They did. They chopped the hair and shaved the head, they did of the widow of bread. And when her sobs and hiccups stopped, she tidied everywhere. She cleaned the shed, she swept up all the hair. Some few of them came back in shame to ask her, would she stay? But if you ever startle blackbirds, blackbirds go away. She sold a pounce and bought a wig did the widow of bread. And unrepenting, undeterred, she thundered off to cause a stir in poor old bloody Scarborough. She did, she did, she did. Forget the spit and the window pane. Bugger it, I'm still the same. My hair will always grow again. It did, it did, it did. My hair will always grow again. It did, it did, it did. On the widow of bread.
Okay, well now we've got the band who are the kings and the originators of British folk rock and the darlings of the Cambridge Folk Festival. They've just reformed, we're all very glad to say. Here they are now, Steel Ice Band.
All around my hat I will wear the green willow, and all around my hat for a 12-month and a day. And if anyone should ask me the reason why I'm wearing it, it's all for my true love, who's far, far away. Very well, cold winter, and a very well, cold fall.
that wraps up tonight's programme. But don't miss next week, it's really hot. We've got John Cooper Clarke and the oldest swinger in town. See you again next week. Good night.